Whether you're on an adventure, remote working, or heading on a road trip, just plug it in. There's plenty of power for all your gear. Run multiple devices at once. 1, 2, or even 10. And there's room for one more. When you stop for a break, you'll both be recharged. At least 3,000 times. EcoFlow River 2 Series. Power never been this easy.
All right, EcoFlow, I would say every single show host that works here at HSN has one. Every single producer, all the crew, like we all that work here in Florida have an EcoFlow because we've experienced the power outages of the hurricanes. Now, there's other reasons why you lose power. Maybe there's a brownout or a blackout, and you're like, oh, if only I could watch TV, or I could charge my cell phone, or if I could, you know, make the blender work and make a margarita, whatever it is you need to get through that power outage, EcoFlow has got your back. You do not have to use gasoline. You do not have to say, oh, take this. You have to have it outside 30 feet away from the house, or it's a big, big danger. This is the safe way to have power anywhere. And yes, it does have that infamous C port, which is what every single cell phone and earbud and everything is going to. So you've got your power on the go with the River 2. Now, here are your choices. You can get just the River 2 by itself for $279.99. Now, $279.99. That is a great deal. We're gonna ship it to you for free. The shipping would be $17, but it's gonna be $0, and you would love it. But I'm gonna tell you that, in my opinion, it's a better deal to get the bundle, because with the bundle, it's less than $100 more. I think it's $90 more. You're gonna get a solar panel that you can recharge your EcoFlow every day, forever, for $0. You will also get, for $90, is this custom backpack to carry your EcoFlow, because this EcoFlow only weighs 13 pounds. So with the bundle, you get the backpack, and then you also get the solar panel. Now, when I got my EcoFlow, I did get the bundle with the solar panel. It was a better deal then, it's a better deal today. Maybe you already have a bunch of solar panels and you're just getting the EcoFlow because you're like, I wanna get the River, I have the Delta 2, I wanna get this one because it's more portable for camping. You do you. So let me just give you the breakdown. 5 flex pay of $56 for just the EcoFlow, River 2, and if you get the bundle, it's $74 on flex pay. If you have an HSN card, you get an extra flex payment with just the EcoFlow. It's $46.67. However, if you get the bundle, you become eligible for VIP financing. That means that you have a year to pay it off if you buy it with your HSN card. So the other reason why I suggest doing the bundle is $30 a month for a year. And then you get the solar panel, and then you get the backpack. Our special guest is Justin Hyatt, and we talk about why the solar panel is important, because here in Florida, when the power goes out after a hurricane, it ain't for 10 minutes. It's for days and maybe weeks, and you're gonna wanna recharge your EcoFlow over and over and over again. And by the way, you can be recharging it with the solar panel at the same time you're using your EcoFlow. So it can be like a constant stream of power. So Justin Hyatt is here. We're gonna talk about everything that this powers, and the EcoFlow family has so many different things that, as the years go by, a lot of people have more than one EcoFlow.
Yeah, I mean, it's very natural progression for so many of you. I mean, after 7 years, you've picked up a lot of different EcoFlows. There can never be a moment in time where you have too much power, right? When we start to prioritize what we need to power in our home, now all of a sudden we start to kind of divide and prioritize, well, I need the refrigerator. And as you start to do that, you start to grow in our ecosystem and that EcoFlow family. And what we do a great job of is we have so many different EcoFlows for you to choose from. And the reason is because there's a different scenario for every different situation, and everybody's different. But you know what the most common theme here is? That we all have the same dependence on power. Because in moments like this, where the power goes out, wouldn't it be nice to just say, hey, it's all right, let me go ahead and grab my EcoFlow. And it's so funny, I have PTSD every single time we do this, Helen, because...
because you and I
yes,
actually did a show where we were selling the EcoFlow. We had a deal on it. I think it was a Today Special, and there was an actual power outage during the presentation.
And no joke, she and I look at each other like,
I was like, did you do that?
Different.
I don't think I did that.
That wasn't real, right?
That was the real deal.
But you know, as we simulate this and you hear that thunder and you see that lightning, you know, it does trigger a lot of that kind of emotion. And if you've ever felt vulnerable, it's because maybe you don't feel like you're truly prepared. We have our light and our fan plugged in. If these are those two immediate things that you need, I want you to notice that's 10 hours that you can have for that light and that fan. You know, it might be 2 hours, it could be 3 hours, and we don't know when it's going to happen. I always say this, do you know the best time to lose power? Never. There's never a good time to be out of power. It just doesn't work that way.
Even if you're asleep, you don't want the power, because let's say you have a CPAP machine.
Right. I was going to say, well, maybe that would be the right time.
That will be a better time, but a lot of people need that power for a CPAP machine. And you know, I know we're going to talk about it during the presentation, but this will power a CPAP machine. And a lot of people get this, especially the River 2, get this one to have their CPAP machine always plugged into it and then always plugged into the wall. So if the power goes out, they're not even interrupted in their sleep, right?
Without a doubt. And look, this is affordability and portability. And I joke with this video all the time because you never know. You might find yourself on the back of a camel.
Yeah, I was like, where did they get this video?
In the Sahara.
In the Sahara, right.
And you're going to say...
That's where I go camping.
Yeah, that's often where I go. I grab my camel.
I grab my camel and I go camping.
You know, but you know, look, whatever life throws at you, you need to be prepared. And maybe it is that one moment somebody says, hey, would you like to go camping with us? You say, well, I can't because I have to have my CPAP machine, and how am I going to power that? Well, now you have a way to do that. Look, we talk about portability, affordability, but ultimately it's versatility. And in the world of power and backup power, there aren't a lot of things that are as versatile as EcoFlow. In particular, our River 2 Max. And it's because this weighs a little over 13 pounds, still can power 80% of our home appliances. You can see where I've got my light and my fan plugged in, and yet I still have two additional one being a 3-prong, the other being the 2-prong AC outlets. We also have our USB-A ports for all of our different phones and all of our different tablets, and that's what allows us to have that open line of communication. Ultimately, for some of you, just purely entertainment. Maybe you don't want to communicate with anybody, which is why you want to just have all of your electronics. That also could be your internet and your Wi-Fi and your television. And then right over here is where we've got that DC adapter. And I was showing you that screen and that LCD display. When you think about, of course, throughout this hour, we're going to compare directly to this monstrosity that I have in front of me, which is that gas generator. Well, you know, when you compare directly to that, you can't all of you own one of those gas generators. In fact, a lot of you might say, well, not only can I not own one, or even if I could own one, it's not something that I'm going to feel confident that I want to actually run and or use. Do you know what's missing from that? Well, there's no USB ports, there's no USB-C ports, there's no LCD display, and there's only 2 AC outlets. And oh, that has to be 20 feet away from your home. And any of you who live in an apartment or condo, you can't own one of those anyways. So what do? You sit at the mercy of waiting for the power to come back on, when why do you have to sit and wait anymore? Power should be accessible. EcoFlow has made power accessible to all of you, and it really creates that convenience of power when and where you need it. And we're showing you those additional solar panels. This can have 220 total watts of total solar. If you're getting the bundle, you can still pick up that 2-pack of the solar, but you have everything right there at the ready. I want to go ahead. I'm going to unplug this really quickly. And again, talk about portability. I keep saying, yes, throw it on the back of a camel, but ultimately, it could just be walking from room to room. It doesn't have to be that you have to leave the house necessarily. It's the convenience of saying, hey, I want to go ahead and I want to be able to plug the refrigerator in. We'll have the refrigerator running for a few hours, and then we'll turn it off, or we'll unplug it, and then we'll bring it into the bedroom. We'll bring it into the living room so we can plug in our TV. So 2 seconds, refrigerator, full-size refrigerator, and just like that, we've got power to our full-size refrigerator. How much food, how much money do you have in your refrigerator right now? 4 hours tops before the heat, or the temperature starts to rise inside of your refrigerator. You have to be prepared for that, because we again rely on what? Food and water. And number 3, we need power. This isn't an ice chest anymore. This is a refrigerator. It needs power. So everything that we have, we're more and more reliant. This is telling me roughly about 19, 20 hours. Roughly you get about, I would say about 10 hours you're going to get on a full-size refrigerator like this. But again, in a pinch, That's what I love about this, is that we finally have given you an option. And for so many of you, where options and choices simply didn't exist, that's what's made this the customer pick that it is today, and it's the best value we've ever done. And I don't think we've ever done a TS for an EcoFlow under $400.
No, never. And I will tell you, I do own an EcoFlow, and I own the Delta, which is, I think I paid over $1,000 for it. It's bigger. That I have never used it for anything that the River 2 could not have done. Let me just say that. And I use it a lot. You know, here in Florida, we had power outages. I will say that for sure. So $279.99 is just the River 2, but I really recommend the bundle. It's been the most popular on the day. With the bundle, you get the solar panel, so you can recharge it with the power of sun. You can literally go off the grid and have a power day after day, even month after month, because you've got the power of the sun recharging it. And with the bundle, you not only get the solar panel, you also get the custom backpack that is made for this EcoFlow. And it's really, like, when you get it home and open it up, you're gonna be like, this is actually an amazing, you know, really fancy backpack. So it's got compartments, and it's made just to go to carry your EcoFlow around. And then you're getting this, and then you're also getting the solar panel. I did buy the solar panel when I got my EcoFlow, because if the power goes out and you want to recharge it, you're gonna have to drive to the next state unless you have the solar panel, right? Is that how it works? Or you can put it in your car, I guess.
That's what most people say. You got, in order to recharge it, you have to cross the border of another state.
You have to cross state lines.
You've got to cross state lines.
Yes.
It's the only way to do it. Yeah, instead of doing that, you just simply take your solar panel out, and then you can recharge it via the sun, and you're doing it every single time for free. It's not residual payments every time you say, well, let's use the generator again. Well, now what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to pay to use it every single time. It's the tax man cometh again, which, because you're gonna have to pay for gas, and you have to pay for oil, and you know what? Look, that generator weighs well over 100 pounds. Wheeling that generator around, even in the studio, is a pain. This weighing just a little over 14 pounds. And look, and I'm not directly comparing power, right? It's about the convenience. Look, that's not for everybody. This is. And that's one of the things that I truly love, especially with this size. Now, what are the things that we can do? And you were just saying, the things that I can do, a lot of the things I can do even with my Delta, I can do with my River 2 Max.
Exactly, that's what I was gonna say. I use it for the coffee maker. I use it for the lamp. I use it for the laptop. I used it for, like, the day-to-day. I plugged in a griddle, a pan that has a plug-in, a griddle to cook with, and it worked.
Yeah, exactly. So we've got an induction burner. If you have one of those flat top griddles,
yes, exactly,
you can go tailgating with it.
Yep.
And again, what EcoFlow can do is take a bad situation or a bad experience and turn it into a good experience. It can take a good experience and make it into an even greater experience.
Talk about the warranty, because this one has a big warranty.
And this is it. When we talk about technology, what's nice about this is you're not getting old technology, you're getting the latest and greatest battery technology. And yes, some of you might say, well, is it just a glorified battery? No, there's an array of batteries inside of your River 2 Max. It is actually run and controlled by a computer, and that is what is our battery management system. It allows it to prevent from overheating, from overcharging, from over-discharging, and giving too much power to any devices. But the battery arrays that are inside are what we call LiFePO batteries. It's the same type of high-tech technology that you're gonna see in all of these new electronic vehicles, these EVs that are on the road today. And here's the craziest part about it. They're lighter weight, they charge faster, and they last longer, and number 4, they're more affordable. It's better in every single way, and it's more affordable than it's ever been before. Now let's talk about the recharge. From 0 to 80% is what we used to say. It would take you a little over an hour. For your River 2 Max, it's the fastest recharge rate that we've ever been able to say. It is 0 to 100% in an hour. How long does it take to recharge a phone? If you have an electric bike, how long does it take? Did I say an electric phone?
I don't know what you're saying.
How long does it take to recharge your rotary phone? No.
Your electric phone.
Everything's electric.
Everything's electric.
When you plug in your phone, it takes a good, maybe what, 30, 40 minutes, at least maybe close to an hour to recharge your phone?
That is the fastest you ever can recharge a EcoFlow. When I saw that in the notes, I was like, that's pretty incredible. And that's if maybe you've lost power, but you drive somewhere and someone else hasn't, you recharge it for an hour and come back. I mean, I rented an electric vehicle and it took 12 hours to recharge it. And in one of those slow charging charging places.
Yeah.
I will never rent an electric car again, by the way.
I don't know.
I will never do that again.
So I was getting a new car. This is maybe slightly off topic. I was going to get a new car, and I was looking, should I get an EV? And my mom said, Justin, you're never going to remember to plug it in.
Right, exactly,
You know,
exactly.
it's like, you got a point there.
You got a point there. But
you,
this has a 5-year warranty.
Yeah, and look, so when we get this newer technology, this idea of, well, how often do I have to plug it in? The battery is going to last at least a year before you need to recharge it. When it comes to even the warranty, because this is that newer battery technology, what's nice is that when I say that it lasts longer, every battery that exists has a limited life cycle. And what does that mean? Every single time we use that battery and we deplete it, we recharge it, what's one life cycle, right? Well, on our original power stations, we had roughly about 300 life cycles. On your River 2 Max, you have 3,000 life cycles, meaning that it would take you 10 years to deplete this and recharge this once a day before your power station only recharged from 0 to roughly about 80%. 10 years. That's 10 summers, that's 10 winters, that's 10 springs. I don't know what next year is going to bring. It's 2025. That means 2035. I can't even, the idea of even thinking that far.
I have a question.
Yes, robots will be around then. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was my
Is that a
question.
Yeah.
We have on hsn.com a 2-pack of solar panels.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if they worked with this one. They're 110 watts.
Yeah, so what you can do is actually, as I was even talking about battery array, what you can do is you can have a solar array and you can connect all of these different solar panels. Now, the max amount of solar that can be input into your power station is 220 watts.
But these work with it, the
But you
110?
can have additional solar panels.
Okay.
It just won't max over 220 total watts of power to the power station. So if you can max it out, then you can max that out. It won't go any above that. The more solar that you have going to your power station, the faster you can recharge it.
Right.
So in fact,
but if you've got an EcoFlow, another one, you could get this set of 2 solar panels and use it for the Delta and the river, and it'll just
without a doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what we're doing too, and what we do a great job, which is I mentioned earlier, is that we create an ecosystem, play on words, of course, but what we do is we allow all of our different, you know, whether it's the solar panels or batteries to really work with each other. Yes.
Yeah. The regular price on that 2-pack is $5.99, and we're doing that 2-pack for $349.99. The solar panel that comes with it is 100 watt. You're right, it's like a little overkill to get the 110 watt, but you're having an array of solar panels.
Well, but essentially, if you're looking at the value even of that, the 2-pack of the solar panel, what you're going to see is that you might as well just get another bundle.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So you could literally, I mean, again, when you look at the value there, you could get another power station and solar panel and backpack for the same value.
Yeah.
And you'll have 2 solar panels.
Right, and you know, we're always trying to get like the most for your money, because I will say, Justin and everybody who works here has gone through Milton, and then Helene, and so many more. My husband is a native Floridian, lived through Andrew, which was like way worse than all that. But it's like when you are somebody that lives in a place where emergency preparedness is part of your everyday life, you're already getting this. But what I'm saying about this particular model is more for the portability and the fun. Like this one is for the camping, right?
Yeah.
This one is for the tailgating. This one is for, you know, that porch you've got where it's like you don't have electricity plugged in, but maybe you screened it off and you want to plug a little fan in there and, you know, have it cool, and you want to plug in a lamp and have a light to like sit out on the porch and read at night. This is really power anywhere you want at the most portable. And I will actually lift this up. I mean, you're not going to see me like lifting this up like a lunchbox to the Delta, right? Because as a 62-year-old senior citizen,
lady.
I'm a senior. I'm legally allowed to move into a senior center. I've just learned that recently. So what I'm saying is,
right?
I guess so, yeah. Because a lot of it is 62 and over. That's me, 62
Talk
and
about
over.
real seniority.
I do, I have real seniority. So I just wanted you guys to know, like, this isn't like, oh, this is lightweight. 13 pounds, okay? So this is the most portable, and I'll tell you, this has a C port, and let's say you've got an iPhone and you're plugging it in and taking that brick and plugging it in the wall, you will actually charge it faster by charging it in the river than you will plugging into your wall with a brick if you go right into the C port.
We give you every cable that you need.
Right.
You already have one of those cables that you'll need.
Oh,
so
yes.
I love that, because what we do is essentially, if you ever take this with you and you say, I forgot the charging cable for my River 2 Max, you can take that same exact cable that you use for your phone right now, that's what it's USB-C to USB-C, plug it in the wall, and then use that same cable to plug it right here into that input-output on our USB-C and charge your River 2 Max that way. The River 2 line is the only one that'll allow you to do that. There are no other in the Deltas that will allow you to use that USB-C to recharge your power station too. So we've given you another way to recharge your power station.
I have another question. Are you not on again till 11 o'clock tonight?
Not on again till 11. I know we're getting already very limited, especially on the bundle. So no, not on again till 11.
Okay, and the bundle is selling in this airing 5-to-1 popular.
Not surprised.
Yeah, because it's honestly, I'm just telling you, I think it's a better deal because you get the solar panel, which seems like essential to me because the whole idea is of power.
Yeah.
You're living off the grid and camping, you're gonna wanna recharge it. It also does come with a car charger, so you can plug it into the car and charge it. But it also comes with this custom, really cool backpack that you can use to go camping and put all your clothes and stuff in it, and then carry the EcoFlow separately. I mean, you can see the person in that video just walking down the street carrying, or down the, what is that, a sand dune? I don't know where that video
Street,
was.
sand dune, whatever you call those
street,
things.
sand dune, same thing. Wherever you go camping, whatever sand dune you go, I've never gone camping in a sand dune, but it does have a 5-year warranty. It does have, everything at HSN has 30 days. You can return anything. I think this is one of the most popular, especially in the emergency preparedness, but in this category, this has transcended emergency preparedness.
It is, and it transcends because of the value, and it's that great entry point to be able to be an owner of an EcoFlow.
Right.
Look, when majority of our EcoFlows, and they're worth every single penny, are easily over $500. We've got some that are $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $6,000 and beyond, but that also means they're 25 pounds, 50 pounds, 100, 130 pounds and growing. So this is one of those things that, again, it's manageable, it's affordable, and it's portable, and as I said, it's versatile because of that. If you're just wanting something that's gonna be versatile and there for you in a pinch, you've got it. Look, I've got my induction burner. I've had my induction burner running now for about, I would say, close to 10 minutes. And you can see right here, I'm just gonna go ahead and turn that display on. We've got still 2 hours. It's running at roughly about 228 watts. That's pretty unbelievable. I mean, what are we cooking outside of a rotisserie chicken or a slow cooking a big piece of meat, for instance, maybe even for Easter, for 2 hours, right? An induction burner where we can be able to make breakfast, where we can be able to heat up food, where we might even be able to use that to heat up baby formula, which we've heard again. All these different ideas, I've talked about it all day long. These are ideas that you have given us. And again, I think that goes back to the testament of reputation. And reputation is not something that's just given, it's earned, and a lot of these reviews are what I consider our reputation. Look, EcoFlow is the #1 brand here at HSN when it comes to power stations and backup power, but we're also the #1 power station brand in the United States. When we launched EcoFlow, we launched here at HSN. We weren't in any other countries, and now we're in 160 different countries. So when we say we have a lot of different EcoFlows to choose from, let me tell you, there are a lot. And there are a lot of different places that you can pick it up, that's for sure. But we have the best relationship that we built here with HSN. And then I love the fact that even with something that weighs a little over 13 pounds, I can still cook my food, I can still have my coffee.
Oh,
I talked about it. It's liquid gold.
Yeah, like let's say everybody in your family meets in the summer for 2 weeks at the lake house. You're all by the lake and you have a big table, a picnic table, and then, you want to make coffee. You're like, well, I guess we can't make coffee. Bring a coffee maker and your EcoFlow. Make coffee to have afterwards. Or maybe you have a lot of stuff and you don't want it to get, it's in the hot sun. You could have a little refrigerator. Have the fridge out there and plug it into your EcoFlow. I mean, there's so many fun ways you can use it. I think about tailgating tailgating. I think about, you know, in the winter time, you know, a little heated blanket. There's so many ways that a little bit of power makes a huge difference. What I love about EcoFlow is you're in control. It's not the government deciding to turn off the power on you. It's you deciding if you want power or not, Justin.
Yeah, look, we don't want to be at the mercy of anybody, right? I mean, this is one of those things where, look, we can't control everything around us. A lot of us would love to. I get it. But we can...
I like to control everything around me, but it doesn't work.
I was directed at you.
Yeah.
Look, we can't control everything. We get it, right? We can't control the weather. We can't control when the power is going to go out. But what we can control is making a decision and making a plan. And this is one of those things where, again, I joked about it earlier. You know, the best time to get ready, best time to get prepared is now, because I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. And when we think about something like this as an investment in insurance policy that you know is going to be around for at least the next 10 years, think about all the different things that could happen, right? We just don't know. But think about all the fun things that will happen now because you own one. And you were just saying it, Helen, whether it's the coffee maker, but how about the coffee maker by the lake, on the dock, by the lake? How about the coffee maker on the boat? You could be able to do all of those different things. And this is everything that you're going to be getting in the bundle. You're getting the power station, you're getting the bag that is going to be made specifically for your River 2 Max, and you're also getting that solar panel, so you have a way to recharge your power station. You have a way to carry around your power station as well. The bag is really, really cool. 2 different separate compartments. This is that roll top bag. We just roll it down and we clip it up. Really, really nice, very, very well made. And then this is that second compartment, which is exactly where your EcoFlow will live right here. And there's even a little zipper right here, so I can access all of those different ports without even taking my power station out. So I've used this many times to take it to a coffee shop, and that way I can just go ahead and have my power and plug my laptop in right there. And of course, with the solar panel now, this is that little kind of kit where you can take this tailgating, where you can take it, hey, look, I get it. Whether you're a parent or a grandparent, the kids are about to play a lot of sports, and it's about to get pretty hot. So it'd be nice to just take this with you, throw one of those fans. I guarantee you that fan will fit right here in this bag, and then you can have that solar panel outdoors while you're charging everything up, powering up your power station at the same time, at the soccer field, at the softball field, wherever you might be.
Yeah, and you know, when I think about our today's specials, this is a best value of the day. This is our today's special. We do this way in advance. We know what the today's specials are going to be from now until the end of the year, to the beginning of next year. And we got the quantity a long time ago for this. That's why no matter what's going on in the world, our price is still excellent, really low, best ever, best anywhere. So we can confidently say that this isn't the better price by a little bit. This is an extraordinary price. So a year from now, in the new world, I have no idea not only what the price is going to be, but even if we're going to even have EcoFlow on our Today Special schedule. But I do know that we have it today at today's discount price. And by the way, the bundle is $850. We're doing it for $369.99. That's the best discount of an EcoFlow bundle we've ever done. And this is the lowest price and most affordable EcoFlow we've ever had as a Today Special. You know, the one I own, I've been very, very happy with, but I spent almost 3 times as much, and it's not any more powerful than this, because I got mine maybe 5 years ago, because it's, you know, the technology is way better and the price has gone down. So you guys are getting the perfect sweet spot to get your EcoFlow Today Special. Now, Justin and I are going to take a teeny little break, and then we're going to start at the beginning of the presentation and do another 30-minute presentation to tell you everything about the EcoFlow. So stay tuned. We'll be right back after this.
It's Customer Appreciation Month, and it's all about you. For the entire month of April, we're showing the love to our HSN Card VIPs with exclusive perks like VIP Thursdays. Get a special offer every Thursday in April, plus extra flex on every item under $369 all day, every day, or VIP financing on so many items. Not a card member? Apply now and instantly get $15 off when you're approved. Visit hsn.com/hsncard or call 1-800-695-1418 for details on our exclusive VIP offers. Thank you for being at HSN Card VIP.
We have something special for you. Sign up for HSN emails and take 15% off your next single item purchase. You'll get exclusive offers, early access, and the latest updates sent straight to your inbox. Love to save? Visit hsn.com to learn more.
Get deals on tap with the HSN app. Opt in to push notifications for shipping updates, app-only deals, and special offers. Stream HSN anywhere 24 hours a day. Download now and take $10 off your first app purchase. Happy shopping.
Spend the day embracing all things stylishly bright and breezy for summer. Don't miss our 24-hour summer style sneak peek event all day Thursday.
Watching HSN. Happy Easter, everybody. My name is Helen Keeney. We're happy that you've tuned in to check out what our today's special is. And it is the River 2 from EcoFlow. What is that? It's a portable charging unit for your cell phone, your tablet, your lamp, your fan, your blender, your medical devices, your refrigerator. It's for everything that you want power for, the EcoFlow can do. And this one is portable. I'm going to lift it up. It's got a little handle. It weighs about 14 pounds. Now you have a choice. You can just get the EcoFlow itself. It's $279.99. Or you can do, which has been 5 times as popular in this airing, is you can get the solar panel with it and the custom backpack. And that is $369.99. So for less than $100 more than just the EcoFlow, you get a way to charge it endlessly for free forever. As long as the sun is shining, it'll recharge it over and over and over again. By the way, this is a question that people ask me. Okay, how do you recharge the EcoFlow? Is it a one-time use? No, no, no. I've had mine for like 5-6 years. You recharge it over and over and over and over again. As a matter of fact, we give you a car charger. You could recharge it by plugging it into your car. The reason why the solar panel is so popular is because sometimes people need the EcoFlow when there's a power outage and the sun still works. I'm a big believer in solar power. My house I converted to solar power. So when I got my EcoFlow, I did get the solar panel as well. Now, with the EcoFlow only, it's $279.99, on sale from $469. But the bundle is $850, and we're doing it for $369.99. So it really is the best deal. And if you get the bundle, you can also take out that HSN card and have an entire year to pay it off with no interest. And it's no fee to get the HSN card, and it breaks down to $30.83 a month. To get your HSN card, go to hsn.com and put HSN card in the search, or call that 800 number, 1-800-695-1418. Our special guest is Justin Hyatt, who has been representing EcoFlow these many years, and there's so many things people love about the River 2, but mainly portability, affordability, right, Justin?
Yeah, those are a great combo to have, especially when it comes to power stations. Portability, affordability, at moments like this where power goes out, and this is what I love to show you, is that you get to be able to walk around your house. We always talk about portability as if it's gotta be portable outside of our home, but no, it's the simplicity of portability even inside your home. So then I can go ahead and I can take my EcoFlow from where I was being entertained, where maybe it was kind of over by my entertainment center. Maybe it was over in my office, or now I was kind of plugging in my router and I had my television. To now I brought it here into the bedroom, and so I had a lamp right here behind me. But now what else is in the bedroom? Well, it's maybe an additional lamp. It's our phones, it's our alarms, it's our medical devices like our CPAP machine. So right here, CPAP machine. Again, simplicity, right? Isn't that the biggest key to life? I just need it to be simple and easy. One touch of a button right here to turn it on. So that's it, one touch of a button. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and plug it in. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn on this AC button. See that light turn on right there? Now I've given power to all of these AC ports. Now I've got power right here to my CPAP. In just 2 seconds, I'm gonna turn on the CPAP machine. The thing about this, what you're gonna notice, is that the CPAP is the only thing that you're gonna hear. Your EcoFlow will run inside your house safely and quietly. So this isn't something that you're gonna feel like, well, if I have it by my bed, is it gonna be too loud? No. You won't even hear it, especially over your CPAP machine, or maybe the significant other snoring, but hopefully not snoring since they have their CPAP machine. So CPAP machine's a $700 investment. It's not the things that we want, it's the things that we need. And what do we need? We need power, but we also need these things that we're reliant on, like medical devices. If we're reliant on medical devices, then we're even more reliant on what? technology, but of course, electricity and power. We need to be able to have it. And again, back to that accessibility. Now you do. You're going to see right here where it's going to say roughly about 5 hours. That number is going to kind of level itself out. We should get roughly about 10 hours, 10 to 11 hours with our CPAP machine. I have still 1, 2, 3 additional AC outlets that I can plug in. Another phone, another light, another lamp, maybe it's a fan right there by me. And while I'm doing that, I can still plug in my phones right here, even with my USB-C or my USB-A, and I still have my DC adapter right there. And remember, with that display right here, I can see every bit of information. It's kind of like that full biometric of information to know how long I can run whatever I've got plugged in. So that's nice to know that we have that right there. But think about this, something right by your bed. Maybe it's that additional refrigerator, but here right behind me is also gonna be, talk about seasonality, is that heating blanket. So how are we going to keep ourselves warm? We're talking about keeping ourselves cool during the summer, which of course we're getting into that summertime. But what about staying warm? Heating blanket. Again, staying cool. Maybe it's not just a fan. Maybe it's a portable air conditioning unit. Maybe it's that additional air purifier that we have. Maybe it's a window AC unit. Be able to power all of that from something, again, that weighs just a little over 13 pounds. And remember, this is the latest and greatest technology from the #1 brand that does this, give you power stations and give you accessibility and power at your fingertips.
Yeah, and here we're doing it for one day only. And by the way, there's only one more presentation, and that's tonight at 11 p.m. So unless you're staying up really late tonight, this is the final presentation for you. You can put it in your cart and check out. Anything you buy here at HSN, you have 30 days. If you don't love it, you can return anything you buy here at HSN. We're even shipping it to you for free, and the shipping is about between $16 and $22. So we're shipping it to you for free. You're not spending $850. You're spending $369 on the bundle with the backpack, the solar panel, and of course your EcoFlow. And this EcoFlow is the River 2, the most portable and most affordable. And let me just give you an idea of what a great deal you're getting on the solar panel being included, because we do have a special where you can get a 2-pack of solar panels, and it's on hsn.com, and it's usually $600, and we actually have it on sale for $350. So this is $350 is the sale price, not $600, but $350, and you get 2 solar panels. Just to give you an idea, if you want to stock up on solar panels, of course, but just to let you know what a great deal the bundle is, to just have a solar panel thrown in for less than $100, backpack and solar panel. And we have a sale of 2 solar panels. They're usually $300 each, $600 for the 2-pack. It's $349.99 is the sale price. So I just wanted to, you know, those are 110 watts. This is a 100 watt. I just wanted to kind of show you what a great deal this bundle is. And if you already have a EcoFlow, you certainly can take advantage of that sale price. Either one, you get 5 flex pay, $74 a month for the bundle, $56 a month for the EcoFlow by itself. It's the lowest price ever on the River 2 Max. I'm going to say that again. Ever, ever, ever. We have never, ever done a lower price. This is the lowest price ever. Not by $20 or $50, but by hundreds of dollars. From $850 to $369, that is quite a sale. And this River 2 has been a very popular model, Justin.
Yeah, well, look, we did it as a Today Special roughly about a year ago, and it quickly turned into a customer pick. So many of you wanted this model in particular because it's the size and that affordability, like we said, portable and affordable, but it's something that weighs a little over 13 pounds, still in that realm of powering 80% of your home appliances. Something that I keep talking about, you know, yes, when we talk about portability, bringing it outside, but it's also the portability aspect for so many of you. It's manageable power, manageable not only in the confidence that you know how to use it, but that you will be able to use it and to carry it from room to room, and to make it even easier for you to carry it from room to room. We also included that backpack, so you can go ahead and put it in that backpack, and for some of you, maybe you never even take it out. So it's a great way to protect your investment, but also to make it even more portable. When we talk about manageable power, I'm standing in front of something that for so many of you is not so manageable power, this generator. And look, I'm not directly comparing power, I'm not doing that, but I am comparing just the idea of usability and simplicity. where I'm holding something with one hand that weighs a little over 13 pounds that can still power 80% of my home appliances, that I don't need gas, that I don't need oil, that I don't need any prep, that I don't need to have to learn how to use this, and I don't have to be intimidated to use my EcoFlow. I say this every time. This is not for everybody. Your EcoFlow is. In any type of home that you might live in and anywhere in this country that you might live in, whether you're affected by tornadoes, right, or just recently, even today, there was tornadoes in Oklahoma and in Texas, whether it's just high winds, whether it's inclement cold weather or hot weather, wherever you might be, we are all reliant on the same thing. But what we rely on should be not only accessible, it should be easy and simple. So that's one of the things I think that's made the River 2 Max a customer pick is that, look, we have a lot of different power stations to choose from. Great way to get an EcoFlow, but still at an entry point that is not $500, $600, $700, even $1,000 for so many of you.
So what will this power?
Yeah, again, at 80%, think about what we've already done. We did our refrigerator, we did an induction burner, we did a coffee maker, we have a blender right here, which I can show you right now as well. We've got our light, we've got our fan. This will work with your heating blanket, with our CPAP machine. This will work for multiple different things that you are thinking of right now. This is gonna still be able to power up to 1,000 watts, but for some of you, look, if it's keeping yourself warm or cooking food, and we're showing you some of those things right there, you'll be able to use this. About a 500-watt microwave, which is one of the smaller little compact microwaves, you'll be able to use as well. And that's what I do with even our induction burner right here. So I kind of set it to roughly about the first or second level, and that gives me roughly about 200 to 300 watts of power. Again, simplicity is, now I plugged it in, I've got power right here to my little NutriBullet. This could be, for some of you, a margarita maker, or it could be whatever you want it to be. High wattage appliance with that blender, whatever you need to blend up. Again, one touch of a button to go ahead and turn it on. That's roughly about 500 watts of power right there with our NutriBullet. I had the coffee maker. This is just one single cup coffee maker right here that we actually were able to run. So you can have coffee with that induction burner. So what is it gonna power? At 80%, there's a lot of different things that it can power up. And even if you own that generator, I know we talked about this too. If you own that generator, great. I'm not saying get rid of it. Use it, and use it in a hybrid system where you can have that generator power up your River 2 Max, and then let your River 2 Max go inside where you are, where it's safe, and now you have access to all the things that you need to power up, and then turn that generator off and conserve your gasoline. And then even if you don't have a generator or you need to recharge your power station, that's why 5-to-1, maybe even 6-to-1 at this point, you're gonna want that solar panel to now recharge your power station. And then again, not only recharge your power station, but pass through charging if you have this set up at 100% to anything that you might have plugged in. So really the full set with that bag, with the solar panel and your power station, you'd be set for whatever comes your way.
All right, and if you live in an apartment, guess what? You can't have a generator. If you live in a condo, guess what? You can't have a generator. I mean, there's lots of people, lots of living situations. I lived in a condo. A couple of years ago, we lived in a condo for 2 years. We just moved back into a house recently. I'm just saying, like, you can't have a gas generator in those situations, and then that's where the EcoFlow would jump in. But Justin's right. If you do have a gas generator, you live in a house and you safely have it way from your house, and you know all the safety rules and everything, it's nice to have this power, because that gas generator isn't going to go camping with you. It's not going to go tailgating with you. You're not going to set up a gas generator just to plug in a lamp and have a fan in your porch in your Florida room. You know, you're not going to want to bring the margarita maker out in the middle of the driveway. Our neighborhood all gets together and does like a fire pit, and then to have like a little table with food, and just to plug in like a little margarita maker, or even a hot plate to keep like appetizers warm. That's where the EcoFlow will come in. It's power where you need it. It's portability with power. I'll give you another example of how I use my EcoFlow. This might be a very limited group of people, but here in Florida, a lot of people boating. We have a boat, and we did a Christmas light parade. Our boat was in it, and we had all the Christmas lights that we put on the boat, and we brought the EcoFlow and plugged it in and illuminated all the lights, because it is power on the go. We do like a golf cart parade, which is something that we do in the neighborhood. It's like a very Florida thing. I don't know if anybody else does that across the country, but having an EcoFlow, especially the portable one, the little one, and then plugging in all those lights, it's really wherever you want power, the River 2 is there for you.
Convenience. Convenience of power where you need it and convenience of power when you need it. It could be on the boat. It could be in the RV. It could be in the tiny home. It could be in the apartment. It could be in the condo. All these different places, we need power. It could be in that one room that doesn't have any outlets.
It could be in the pyramids in the middle of the desert.
Exactly.
Like in the video.
And
on the camel.
On the camel. And I'm going to tell you, you don't want to find
yourself
yourself on a camel
You
with no
do not
power.
want to be powerless on a camel.
You
that
don't.
is 100%
They
true.
can take off on you. They turn around. They
do.
start
Who knows?
spitting at you.
You've never wanted a margarita more than when you're on a camel.
And it's hard to drink a margarita while you're on the back of a camel.
Exactly.
You spill more than you drink.
I think we're losing focus.
Maybe.
Maybe.
But the focus really is, obviously, we don't know where we're going to find ourselves.
Exactly.
And I think when we think about even just time and experience, right? I mentioned this earlier. Life is about experiences. And yes, it could be that you find yourself drinking a margarita on the back of a camel. Life should be filled with those types of things, right? But sometimes there are not so good experiences of life. If we can take one of those bad experiences that you have, where you're out of power, you're feeling vulnerable, and make it even better, make it a good experience because you have something that you can feel like you can use and you can be able to change that feeling of not feeling vulnerable anymore. And then maybe even those good experiences, now you're out and you're having a good time, but you want to make it even better and enhance that experience. That's what EcoFlow is going to do for you. Not all of our power stations for some of you are going to be that portable style. Some of them are going to be 25, some are going to be 50 pounds. And for a lot of you, I get it. That's too much. It's too heavy. This is going to be one of those power stations that is going to enhance all of those other experiences that maybe those other ones wouldn't be able to do for you because of just the weight and power. Excuse me, just the weight of it. This is still going to give you that power, but it's not going to give you that additional weight. So even with that backpack, bring that with you. And I know I kind of just skimmed very quickly over it, but remember, the solar panel is to recharge your power station, but the solar panel is not only to recharge it, it's also to recharge anything you've got plugged in to your power station, because now all of that power that comes from the sun converted into electricity will pass through the solar panel and pass through our power station to our phones, to our tablets, to our lights, to our fans, and power all of that for free. Gas is not going to work that way. And once gas is gone, you can't run your generator. And as you know, you said, Helen, well, if the sun comes out tomorrow, we'll still be able to recharge our power station.
And during the hurricane, we usually talk about this. One of the things that happened is that the community literally ran out of gas because everybody was, getting the gas for their gas generators, and there was no gas for a while. And then one gas station had gas, and it was such chaos that the police were called, and there was lines like 2 miles long in either direction. And it was really, really kind of a scary situation, and I'm glad that this does not require gas. Let's talk about the 5-year warranty. I know there's a graphic we can show that has the 5-year warranty. That's something that EcoFlow does, and we'll talk about that. So here's the 5-year warranty information.
Yeah, and look, I don't want you to think, well, every single one has a 5-year warranty. No, we didn't just add additional warranty. The reason why it has a 5-year warranty is because it is that newer battery system. So for every single one of our new power stations that have that LFP battery inside of them, we've added a 5-year warranty to it. Used to be a 2-year warranty on our older power stations. It's a 5-year warranty, more than double that warranty. That's about half of the lifespan.
But Justin, you have to
register
register the product, right?
You have to, no, I don't believe you don't have to register.
Well, it says on the graphic, when you register the product, you get the 5-year warranty.
Oh, well, I could be wrong.
Okay. Well, I just saw that on the graphic.
Wait, you just call me out, would you?
I didn't mean to call you out. I don't know the information.
This is what I got to deal with.
I'm on your side. I'm on his side. I'm on your side. So I would definitely register your product because I think that's really important to do no matter what you're buying, just so the company has all your information, you know the date you got it, because it does come with that warranty. And that's a pretty extraordinary warranty. And Justin's right. When we first started selling like the EcoFlows, we did not have a 5-year, like it was a 2-year warranty.
It was a 2-year warranty. It's not like we gave you an option of like a third or fourth.
It wasn't like 2 or 5-year warranty.
You had only a 2-year warranty, but again, why do we even give you that 5-year warranty? It's because it's the newest battery technology. That's us saying, look, we stand behind the batteries that we put in our power stations. They are better than the rest. There's a reason why we can call ourselves #1. It's not like we're just another, pizza shop on the side of the road says #1 pizza shop around, right? You have to be #1 by reputation, and over the years, consistently push pushing the envelope of technology. The technology that we put inside of our power stations and the reviews that you guys give us is what makes us #1. This is one of those top power stations because it's that Goldilocks. It's even that Goldilocks in the River line. Now we've got the River 2, the River 2 Max, which is this. We also have our River 2 Pro. This is right in the middle. This is that perfect size. You still have 4 AC outlets. You still have all of your USB-A and USB-C, and you still can power 80% of your home appliances. And of course, you get the latest and greatest technology. I mentioned it earlier, so if any of you are just tuning in, from its predecessor, it's lighter weight, it lasts longer, it charges faster, and it's more affordable. All of those 4 things that you think, if I was to get anything, I want it, the cherry on top, to be more affordable than the last one. That just doesn't happen in the world of technology and in the world that we live in today. Unfortunately, it's not looking like that's going to be something that happens all the time. Right. Things are going to be more and more expensive the way that they're going right now.
And also, we arranged for this Today Special a long time ago. We had these units secure and the price locked down way, way long ago before anything happened in the world. So the next Today, will we have another EcoFlow Today Special? Of course we will. I don't know what that price is going to look like. It's not something like we're doing today, $850 down to $369.99, not something that's usually $850 that you get home for $74. So here's your choice, getting the EcoFlow by itself or getting the bundle. The bundle includes 2 other separate items, the solar panel and the custom backpack for your EcoFlow, literally on the go. And the bundle has been more popular, like 5-to-1, 6-to-1, all day long, not just in this presentation, all day long. And by the way, we have 9 minutes left in this presentation. There's only one more presentation, and it's tonight at 11 p.m. So unless you have some coffee and you stay up late, this is the final chance to get the EcoFlow River Max Power Station. The shipping and handling is free, whether you get just the River Max or you're getting the bundle with the backpack and the solar panel. This is exclusive to us at HSN, this deal. It is the lowest price and the most powerful. Like I said, I have an EcoFlow. I paid a little over $1,000 for it about 5 years ago. It is about as powerful as this, and this is not even half the price, but like 1/3 of the price. But that's what technology does. It gets smaller and lighter and less expensive. Until now, I think it might do another reverse and get more expensive because of what's happening.
Yeah, well, and I was just thinking too, as you were saying this, over the years, how many people here in part of our HSN family have gotten EcoFlows over the,
all the hosts, all the producers,
yes,
most of the people that work on the crew, like almost everybody here. I mean, we're here in Florida. Believe it or not, we're about to start hurricane season again. Yay! But we're still not over last year's hurricane season.
No, I mean, look, it's like when you live in Australia, you got to worry about snake bites, spider
right.
bites. When you live in Florida, you adapt, right?
You
and
adapt.
I get it. Not everybody's affected by hurricanes. We've seen the just spread of a hurricane and how much it can affect all the way from Texas, all the way up the Northeast, and all the way even beyond. And it's not that long ago, sadly. But, there is a lot of you out there who are affected by tornadoes and even just those high winds or those winter storms, whatever it might be. At that point, it doesn't matter because we have to still decide on a plan. And that's one of the things that I kind of was talking about, which is all these different people, maybe here at HSN even it's the producers, because they hear me talk about it over and over and over. But maybe they didn't get it immediately. Maybe they got it after something, right? Maybe it was almost a reaction where you said, you know what, Justin was right? It's those times where right now you want to be reactionary or do you want to be proactive? Do you want to be in one of those situations where you said, I wish I did, or I'm glad I did? And I think this is one of those times where I say, the best time to get prepared is today. And as cliche as that might be, it's so true.
No
Make
time
sure that
like
you have
the
a plan.
present.
Oh, okay.
No, I have a question.
Where'd you get that one from?
I don't know. My parents. This is a is this a case for the solar panel that is included?
Yeah.
Or is it not included?
No, it is. Yes.
Okay, so I just did want to mention this because when I bought it, there was this custom case that the solar panel came in, and it's actually a really nice case. So I just wanted to give you a second for those of you that are ordering the bundle. We don't have this over there at the What You Get. So I wanted to show it. It says it has the EcoFlow emblem here in the front. And when you get the bundle and you get the solar panel, it does have a custom case that is included, as well as the backpack is included.
Correct. And if you kind of bang the front of that solar panel, it's completely the bag. It is meant to protect it, but it's also meant that bag actually converts into a kickstand. So you get all of these, you get the little carabiners that connect into those little eye hooks that are right there on the solar panel and into the case itself. So not only is it a protective case, it converts itself into a kickstand so that you can get set up. All of this, by the way, and I got to tell you, because I know just watching through television, it's hard to see and feel the quality. All the quality from when you get the box at home, from that first experience, is unlike anything that you've really experienced. Look, I'm going to throw Apple out there, but Apple is a reason, right? It's that really top quality when it comes to technology. That same experience you're going to get with EcoFlow, whether it's even just the fabric that's on your solar panel, all the way to the fabric and the build of your bag, and of course, even just the overall build and experience that you're going to get with your power station as well. And you get everything that you need. Even when we talk about these solar panels, the really interesting thing too is that I've gotten away from talking about it. When you think of solar panels, you think of like a heavy glass solar panel. That is not a heavy glass solar panel. It is meant to be a portable solar panel. It is extremely lightweight. It's extremely durable, and it's even weatherproof.
So and it folds in kind of like this accordion fold.
Yep, and it can get wet.
It can't, for the outdoors. That's another good point, because, all right, we got 4 minutes left in this presentation. So this will power, Justin, come on over here.
Okay.
It'll power your blender, your induction burner, your coffee machine, your blender, your lamp, your nebulizer, which is something if you have asthma that you use, something that I have, a nebulizer at home, your CPAP machine. Will it power a heated blanket? I see you have one there.
Power your heated blanket. When we think about medical devices, if you need ideas, scour through all of the different reviews. Murphy's Law. Murphy's Law lives in those moments in time where we feel the most susceptible. You're out of power. That's when you or one of the kids has an asthma attack. You say, where's your inhaler? Where's your inhaler? I left it at school. Okay, well, now we got to get the nebulizer working. How are we going to power the nebulizer? Now you got an EcoFlow. So, we decided, you know what? We just got the CPAP machine, and then that's the night that we lose power. How are we going to use it? All those different things. Murphy's Law happens, but you know what? You eliminate Murphy's Law by getting an EcoFlow.
Yeah, and again, the solar panel bundle, where you get the solar panel